Hello everyone, this video we're going to talk about the shorter the landing, the longer the final. I just want to make sure people understand I am not an instructor, and all of these techniques I learn on my own by practicing and figuring out which work and which did not work. With that being said, this means this is not an instructional video. So here I'm doing a long final into the farmer's field in Snohomish, Washington. This field is not super short, but has big undulations and you have to time the landing right. So for this one I like to come very slow speed. Here I'm flying by angle of attack indicator and by feel of the airplane. If you come quite fast because of the undulations, it will send you back up in the air. With the drone view of the farmer's field, you can see the undulations I'm talking about. Also, when it's wet, it gets more tricky because at the bottom of every undulation is muddy, so that kind of slows you down, so it becomes a quite challenging place to land. Sometimes we avoid it altogether. So for this landing I like to be established in a long and slow final. This is a landing in a gravel body in Snohomish River, Washington. Right now I'm on downwind. From downwind I start setting up the trim and putting flaps, and I start to slow down the airplane. Full prop pitch, a little more trim. I start to set up everything with minor adjustments. Now I am turning left base to fly over the river along final. A little more trim adjustment. Now I'm on final. Here's what you will see what I do with the throttle and with the yoke. Controlling the altitude with the throttle and the speed with the yoke. Always with some minor trim corrections. I like to give a glance at the GPS ground speed compared to the airspeed indicator to see if I have some tailwind or headwind. See, I'm pulling the yoke, slowing down, giving throttle so I stay in the same altitude. What I'm trying to do is touch down with the minimum vertical speed. Trying to do a smooth touchdown. Let's take a look at some long finals into short landings. River. Stiligwamish River, also in Washington. Jughead in Skagit River. This is me in Skagit River in the Cessna 182. So I recommend, if you're going to do a short landing and you have the room, do a very long established final. It will make things a lot easier and give you plenty of time to make corrections. Comparison, I'm showing the last clip and this one. Very short final with a turn. You have to come slow, very demanding, lots of changes at last minute. So it's the opposite of a long established final. So what a long final gives you is time. Time so you can dial in your speed correctly. Also you can do all the adjustments you want with trim and flaps from a long way, so you can feel the airplane what's doing at those speeds and looking at your landing zone. This landing is on the Atlantic coast area of Costa Rica. It's a private strip. It is a bit short. It has no go around. Finally, you're on a long corridor of very tall trees. This is my first landing there, so I wanted to do a very long final to have a good picture of the landing area. Get my speed dialed in, full flaps for a slow touchdown. So a long final will give you time to plan everything accordingly, or abort if things are not going right. Now for comparison, I'm going to show you a landing in the CJ6 at a regular airport. This is Arlington Airport with a long runway. Here I'm on downwind with landing gear down and flaps down. CJ6 9-chan only have one flap setting. I'm turning from downwind to left base for runway 34. I have already slowed down and I'm flying my approach by angle of attack indicator. Now I'll start my base to final turn, and you will see that it's not a very long final. It's not needed on a big runway. It is very common to see airplanes doing very long finals on any airport. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to support Backcountry 182, please join me on Patreon. See you next time. Thank you for watching. It is very easy to join, to be a patron of Backcountry 182. Go to the YouTube channel. On the right hand side there is the link, and then it takes you to the Patreon page. Here you can see all the tiers and what is all about, the support for Backcountry 182 YouTube channel. Also, another way to access the Patreon link is in the description of the video I put in YouTube. On Backcountry 182 channel there is a link for Patreon, so just click on that and it will take you to the page. Thank you for watching. It would be amazing if you guys are interested and give some support.